Welcome everyone back to the CBRC podcast. And today I'm very excited to talk through the next use case and the next CBRC score. And today I'm very pleased to welcome Gintare from Micapass, and Gintare is the CEO and founder of Micapass. So welcome to the show, and please introduce yourself and let the listeners and viewers know all about you.
Hello, Anthony. Hello, everyone. Nice to be here today. So I'm Gintarė Košubienė, PMP Certified Project Manager, CEO and co-founder of the Micapass. Over the past 3 years, I have been working in the blockchain industry at a private research and development company, Superhub. There, we have built a range of groundbreaking projects, including privacy mixers for institutions, platform for initial license offering, solutions for BDCs and open banking, and many more.
Excellent. So great to have you here. And in terms of your blockchain background, did it start before Superhub, or how did you get into the blockchain world?
Before the blockchain industry, I have been working only in the tech and relating in the software development companies and working with a high-level secure digital printing documents and digital sensitive data. And for me, it was like, a natural trend to keep up my, curiosity in the technology, what is new, and this trend to go to the, at that moment, very booming DeFi industry and crypto industry was like a logical, career path for me. Excellent.
Sounds good. So just before you introduce the project, you're going to mention DeFi. Some of our viewers may or may not understand that. So do you just want to just explain what DeFi is first, and then we'll talk about the project, if that's okay?
Okay, yeah, sure. So decentralized finance, or the abbreviation is DeFi, it's a protocol which is usually an algorithm written and run by design on the chain, on any chain you want. And in this algorithm, there's a B2C and C2C interactions. Basically, what does it mean? It means that I can, interact with the algorithm without any third party, and I can make and use these services. For example, I can exchange the coins. I can stake the coins and get earning and some fees. I can buy NFTs, and there's no need of any interaction of any approval of any third-party services. So it is what is DeFi. It is the future of our, crypto markets.
Yes, no. So that's a great explanation. So I think, the best way to describe sort of DeFi for me is sort of automating the transactions and sort of exchanges, swapping different coins and crypto, and as you say, staking. And the reason why it's DeFi, decentralized finance, is there's no party there that does something. It's automated, it's coded. At the end of the day, it's code. It's not magic. Some people.
It's not magic. People code it.
Yeah, it's coded and it's algorithmic, as you say. So normally people, in traditional finance and early crypto investments, they would use an exchange. So Coinbase, Binance, all those sort of exchanges. In essence, what this is an automated version without the exchanges and, for that sort of thing. So I think that's great, just to get everyone to understand, because I know your project is amazing, but it's quite complex. So I want to break it down at the start, what it is. So brilliant. So now we know what DeFi is. Talk us through your project, because it's a very exciting project.
Okay. I really want to reflect that also the DeFi and the algorithm, also is very transparent. You can check the algorithm by yourself, and if you're trusting it, you can, make the interaction. While in centralized finance, you cannot check what is, behind the scenes. So It is also, what is the key difference on the DeFi and the centralized exchanges.
No, that's that's transparency, which is blockchain, all about transparency. It's a great point. Brilliant. On to the project then.
Okay, so it will be more abbreviations. I will start slowly. So Micapass is anti-money laundering compliance solution on chain that basically prevents bad actors coming and gaining access to those DeFi protocols by offering wallet screening, by offering, know your client procedures, AML verifications, checking if you're not in the sanction list, if your funds are legal or, related to any sanctioned entities. Also, we can offer any proofs on chain, such as geolocation, etc. And Micapass has been born in SuperHow company. At the moment, it is spin-off, and we have already launched 5 months ago and already onboarded our first customers. We are very happy about it. And we aim, to disrupt this crypto market by pushing compliance to the edge, to the user side, and making it user-centric, empowering digital identity and data ownership. On the same hand, keeping sensitive, private data, secure. So we are trying to do this heavy lifting and to make it DeFi-friendly way.
Okay, cool. So let me break that down a bit more for the viewers, and we'll talk about it. So basically, as we all know today, we live in a world of financial regulation, rules, and laws and things. So when you open a bank account, you have to share your name, your address, date of birth, etc., etc. Normally, you have to do a funny video and show your face and things like that these days. So that for the viewers is KYC, know your customer. And anti-money laundering, AML, is where did the money come from and what's happened to it, where's it going, etc. So that's the rules and the laws, okay? We can't change those. That's not what we're here to do. What we're here to talk about is, well, how do you apply those rules and laws to DeFi where there's no central party checking and doing things? So when you open a bank account, there's a bank, there's a process, a system, an entity that checks is Anthony, IDs. When you're doing DeFi transactions, you have just a wallet, which may or may not have identity. And it may not know where it's going to the other wallet, etc. So what the Micapass solution is trying to bring the AML, KYC rules and laws into the DeFi world. And the way to do that is sort of Gintare's team have put together the wallet. And it's basically the wallet is the key to this. Is that fair to say? So talk me through, what does the wallet, when I say look like, I don't mean physically, but how does the wallet work for me as a user? So if I want to start to work in the DeFi world in a trusted way, what does the wallet do and how does it work?
Mm-hmm. We can call it digital wallet or smart contract-based wallet.
Okay.
Basically, yeah, you have so in your wallet, you have the evidence that you are the good actor, that, you have the evidence that you have finished university, that you have the driving license, that you have already passed KYC in any trusted provider, that you have already have the bank account, that you are over 18 years old, that you are, from Portugal, or I'm from Vilnius, and so on. And when you're entering the blockchain and when you're entering the transparency protocol, where all the transactions are seen by design by everyone, you don't want to reveal this all sensitive data. You just want to show that, okay, I'm the good actor in Web2 world, and now I'm bringing it as a proof that I'm the good actor in Web3 world. And then all these proofs are attached to my crypto wallet, because crypto wallet is a key element where I'm making the transactions on the blockchain. And this is it is one-to-one, relation. Yeah.
So this, again, just to explain a bit more further. So this digital wallet, which is in essence where you then, mine's called Anthony, Gintare's, Gintare, and basically within that wallet, privately held, so not is a copy of my driving license, let's say, my address and my date of birth, which I've been through KYC with, say, another bank. And so that's held as credentials in the wallet. And then when we transact, what Micapass is then doing is sharing the proof, not the actual credential. So it doesn't show a picture of my driving license, for example. It
Correct.
basically, the technology is saying, it's Anthony who he says he is, share me a proof of that. And then we will allow this wallet, which then is anonymous, to make a transaction to the other wallet. So on the blockchain, the register, the DeFi protocol, there will be wallet A to wallet B. It won't say Anthony to another person. And I think that's one of the key parts for this for people around the privacy, because, we have to balance, and this is why I really like Micapass and what you guys are doing, because we have to balance KYC and AML, okay? It's regulation. If you want to live in the normal world, you have to do this. It's not a discussion. But you can also interact and do DeFi, where you don't need to share your details, but you need to be proven the end to end. So I always talk about it as a sender and a receiver. You don't need to share your identity on the blockchain. This is where the privacy and what your technology does. So it's just A to B rather than Anthony to Gintare. And that's what's powerful about this, because that allows you to do whatever transactions wherever. But remember, we're still within these rules and laws. So I think, for the viewers, that's really critical to this. And in terms of, using this then, so if I want to use this, so I go into Micapass, to your website, download the app. Do I then do KYC on that app? Do I have to then fill in my driving license and details there? How does that part of it work?
The beauty of our product is that we are not keeping any sensitive data, and we are trusting our providers. KYC business is very old business and very strictly regulated, more strictly than all crypto. So we having our partners. So Ondata is our KYC ML provider, and we having the Chainalysis on another side. So there are two big businesses who already run the business for a long time and have all the licenses they needed. So what we are saying that if you want to get Micapass, go ahead. And if you want to have the proof from Ondata, go to Ondata. So the user experience is seamless. When you are having the consensus that now you will be transferred your data to the Ondata. Ondata is doing the screening, and they are giving us the result that this wallet, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and an EMOS number is proof checked, all good to go.
Yeah.
And our solution is, technology agnostic. We can make, we can switch the providers. We can have many of them. So our aim is to become also the aggregator of the data. So, for example, if in Portugal there's another very well-known, KYC provider, and the local people are trusting only them. Yeah. For example, ID now, GPT or another big names, Persona, for example, in America, we can integrate them. And I'm very confident that I already have passed this process with the Persona, so I can do that the same for the Micapass. We are like transmitters from the Web2 data to the Web3 data.
Yeah, and I think that's important, because the regulation side, so Ondata and Chainalysis are the two you use at the moment, but there's a number out there, as you mentioned. They're already regulated, trusted, licensed companies in this space. So when you open your bank account, I know in Europe, Ondata and FIDO are the ones where you have to do the video and show your driving license and things like that. So what you're doing is basically just bringing that technology, which is already proven, and what we use for our bank accounts and our normal finance today, into the DeFi world, so that then you can use the DeFi protocols in an automated way, and quickly transact without the central party, and with the privacy, as well as having the regulation. So this is an all-in-one. This is why I like this solution. It's a great solution. It's what blockchain is built for, and I think, for me as well, I've been in this industry for quite a few years now, and the privacy element and the digital identity, self-sovereign identity, all these, words that I've been working on different projects of these since 2015, 16, 17. It's very difficult to get to the right place. One, because the regulations change, which doesn't help, but this is a new technology, and that's always going to happen.
Only constant we have, it's every time changing.
The constant is change, exactly. And but what this does, it takes what's now approved as of today in these jurisdictions and brings it to Web3 and allows you then to do DeFi. So I think that's great. The other part of your solution that I really liked is your Micascore. Talk to us about. I'll let you tell the viewers about this, and then we'll talk about the benefits.
Okay. So if you like the Micascore, then you will be liking the Mica risk. So I will now take my time to present both of them.
Yeah.
So Micascore is the ability for the user to check their AML score before interacting to any DeFi protocol. So it is for the first time, you are able to see what is your credit score before getting the loan, or before getting to any exchange. And after making that, exchange, you can go and check again if your credit score is not getting lower, because this service maybe are also allowing to interact all actors, not only the good ones, to their services. So now you are able to check it to get the full report, what transactions have you been made, which of them was, risky transactions, maybe you need to pay attention. So we are bringing this awareness from the user side, what is good in the DeFi and what is suspicious in the DeFi, and you need to pay attention. So it is from the user side, Micascore. Mica risk is designed to be able for the DeFi owners and DeFi builders to understand the risk. Now they're building the protocol, they're deploying to the decentralized protocol, decentralized chains, and they are like, okay, raising the hands and saying, I'm not, in control of anything. Yeah. That every day, they are spreading, they are reading the news, and they are feeling this, fear that someday the policemen could come to them, and say that your protocol has been used for the money laundering.
Yes. Yeah.
So now and in this uncertain time, and very good point that the regulations are changing every day, you need to understand what risks you are taking on. So Mica risk, provide your smart contract address of your service. We will run the checks and give you the evidence that 10% of your users are already risky users. 30% are the medium score. Would you like to get the gatekeeper Micapass installed, or you're good to go with these risks, and live with it? So also awareness from the DeFi builder side. So I think that both parts are really important to get this Micapass to the mass adoption level.
No, excellent. So the Mica score for me as a user is around understanding the risk of the protocol and what transactions, whether the transactions are high risk or low risk in essence, which is like I suppose like a credit score, type scenario, which is good to know. So it's just some analysis. It's just some reference points to go, should I be doing this? Shouldn't I be doing this? Should I do a small amount, a large amount, etc.? Can I borrow X, Y, Z? So it's just a different reference point to help. And I think for me, I think that part will grow over time as you get more data and more sophisticated with more parties. That will become actually extremely valuable. It's very good data today, but I think over time that will grow. And then from the DeFi protocol, as you say, there's no regulation around DeFi protocols yet, but there probably will be, maybe-ish, nobody knows. You look at the way things are going, and especially in the US, they just bring enforcement instead of regulation. So again, for a DeFi protocol, the people that coded it, that run it, so just a step back. So we often say this is code and it just happens. Well, it didn't write itself. It didn't. So the actual transactions and the DeFi, world, actual happens without people doing anything. But somebody wrote the code in the first place. There's a team of people who wrote the code, set it up, even do marketing, even do maintenance, upgrades, etc. So there's normally a team of people, 1, 2, 3, 400 people, whatever it be. Those people probably, in the eyes of the law, and I'm not a lawyer, are responsible for that code and therefore responsible for the actors on their protocol. So that's where this risk, so the Mica risk is coming and saying to these people who set this up and manage and maintain it, there's a very high risk that there's a large proportion of high risk transactions happening. Now we can either use Micapass, which stops transactions of certain thresholds, or we can then, well, we've highlighted it, it's up to you to do what you want. Just talk us through the Micapass threshold part as well. So how does that part work?
Also, the beauty of the solution, we are not making decisions by ourselves, you know. We are transferring the high quality data from the chain analysis on chain. On another side, you know, what is a low threshold for certain amount of the transaction is totally different story when you are making, you know, 1 million worth of the transaction. So with also all these, all these metrics should be taken into consideration. And the final decision making is, you know, done by the DeFi protocol. So if the user, Anthony, is making the small amount of the transaction, maybe the medium level risk score is okay.
Yeah.
If the Gintare would like to invest, you know, or build a unicorn, and now she's raising, you know, 1 million. Yeah. So maybe I need to pay a care attention, and maybe the low score is the only acceptable level. So we are not making the decision. We're having those holistic data, you know, we are combining it, we are providing the proofs, and then you need to put the gatekeeper on your side. You need to mark that, okay, this is okay for me, this is not okay for me at the moment.
Yeah. So you're empowering the protocol, not owners, but managers, maintainers, with the information, the metrics, as you say, to then decide what they think could or couldn't be a threshold. So again, I think, you know, an important part for the viewers and listeners here is that blockchain technology and the whole decentralized utopia world is not practical in the world we live in today. And you can still have parts of benefit, because I know purists, blockchain people watching this will say, well, you're controlling this, you're controlling this, you're controlling this, you're controlling that. Well, you have to, because of the regulated world we live in, right? So unless we all live off grid and all just communicate via phones, you know, or wired call, I don't know, you can't do it. So what you're trying to do is say, look, this is the data, we're empowering the users to make the decisions on what's risky, what's not risky. Eventually there may be laws that bring that in anyway, and regulations, but I think that's important to say that, again, you know, and it's a theme of CBRC and everything that we look at, is the pure utopian blockchain dream is a long way off because of the world we live in, and it may never happen. I don't know. It would be generational change. So what you're doing is balancing my privacy as a user and the adhering to the rules and the laws of what we do. And nobody wants terrorist finance, nobody wants sanctioned finance happening. That's not what blockchain is about, and crypto. So this is a great way to sort of do that. And empowering people with real analysis from the blockchain, which is immutable, allows them to make real decisions. It's not fake data or anything. It's real data, real transactions. So yeah, and then obviously the bit I'm sure that you'll be thinking about on top of this is, imagine if you pop AI on top of this. So I'm sure AI analysis on top of this would be mind-blowing. It's definitely past my brain. But have you started looking at AI for this yet?
Yes, you have put it in so nice way and a nice words. And yeah, AI is the one point, but also what we have in the DeFi world, you know, we cannot revert the transaction. We cannot revert the bad transaction. So with the Micapass, we're enabling, you know, to have a receiver and the sender to have the same information, what is the risky and what is not. And you can prevent, to stop the bad transaction before happening. So if I know that, you know, that Anthony is a bad guy, I'm not sending him the money today. Yeah. I'm not sending him the money. So it will never be achieved in the traditional, you know, finance if they want to be blockchain enablers at the same level where all the transaction is going. So if the money is going on chain, if the all data points are on chain, if the users are on chain, So the compliance also should be built in on chain. So this is the beauty. And when you have this AI model on top, of course, first of all, you need to become the data-rich company. You need to have all these use cases, working. And with the AI, we can also make this gatekeeper thresholds, suitable for the majority. Then all those small and medium-sized businesses, they don't need to hire ML policymakers, to understand what is risky and what is not risky, what I should do and what I shouldn't do, because all these recommendations could be done by the artificial intelligence model, because they see holistic view, if you're making the small transactions in Solana, for example, but then you're entering Ethereum, so the threshold should change automatically. Yeah. And this is where the AI could tell better and on time and timely, while persons just can, people just can, to make such kind of a decision so fast. So yeah, that will be exciting times ahead.
Excellent. So okay, so at CBRC we verify and sort of research use cases, and we issue a CBRC score. So we've done the analysis for Micapass, and I've already said that I really like this project, and there's great use of blockchain here. This is blockchain using blockchain. So great there. So I'll read out the sort of the summary of the score, because it's easier for me to read it so I don't get it wrong, and then we'll talk after it. So the project's been issued a score of 92 out of 100, which is extremely high, which is great. Within the crypto investment world, as with traditional finance, one view of the truth and transaction is critical, and we've been talking about that. The requirement of a regulated environment we operate in means that knowing the ends of the transaction, i.e. the sender and receiver, are non-negotiable. We have to know that, and that's what the regulations do. So what Micapass has been working on, and the project will help the DeFi world grow quickly and safely, securely onboarding users by using the latest KYC and AML approaches and partners, but also ensuring that the user's credentials, the user's information is kept private. And then finally, you get the additional bonus of the Micascore and the Micascore and the Mica risk, which helps the user and the DeFi protocol understand the wallet protocol risk, so people can then assess the risk before doing that transaction. And so congratulations on a score of 92. That's an excellent score. I think there's great amount of work done so far, and a lot to do. So
very much appreciate. We are very proud what we have built, and achieved so far. And yeah, as I said before, the most exciting times are still ahead. And this score, it's not 100, so it will boost our confidence to keep improving and keep building.
Exactly.
So yeah. Very appreciate, Anthony. Thank you very much.
No, you're welcome. That's a great score. So, talking about that, you've still got 8 points to get to the 100. So what does the future bring? What's the next few months and years looking like for Micapass and blockchain technology?
Still this is hard time to be, because all these regulations are bringing a lot of uncertainty. The users are a little bit shifting on those compliance matters, but they're afraid that it cannot be combined with the privacy. So we need to bring expertise into the field and show that it is possible to be compliant, keep the privacy, and be decentralized. On the DeFi protocol side, also, it's time to build, and to prepare for the halving and everything, and the new bull run. But also the DeFi protocols are not aware that they need to mitigate the risks. They are not aware that how level of the risk they are taking on their shoulders, and they are not aware of such kind of the solutions even exist. They are focusing on the standard ML compliance solutions and the standard services. They're not fitting their needs. They are feeling frustration. So we need to bring this awareness. I'm setting the goal, for the Micapass and all our company to bring this expertise, to bring those maybe end-to-end customer experience, first of all, to bring to aware the knowledge that there are solutions, they are not, they are not pricey, that you can beat these regulations and you can be, de-risking your experience in the DeFi. And this regulations is something that will bring maturity to the DeFi, and that everybody are very waiting for this. So yeah, Micarisk, Micascore, awareness, bringing the expertise, the knowledge, and also since our solution now currently is working on VM-based chains, we are looking for the extending our product to the XRP ledger and other ledgers to bring this, like a standard, like built-in compliance engine solution. So thank you, Anthony, for the support. Great questions and, an amazingly high score.
No, that's great. And if people want to get in contact, and how do they get in contact with you and the team if they want to learn more about Micapass?
Please check our new website, ready for the upcoming spring, micapass.com. You will find our socials, you will find all the documentation, and feel free to check the Micapass and Micascore. We are actively getting inquiries, and we are working on this daily basis. So happy to contact. Also, please free to book a 10 minutes call. We are making this intro call about upcoming regulations, how you can beat. It is like, knowledge sharing, totally free. So get aware your head, because the future is here and we are ready for it to assist for you.
Brilliant. No, that's excellent. So so that's micapass.com, and you'll find all the information. And yeah, so thank you very much for your time. It's a great project. I think the way you're bringing together the regulations, which are still uncertain and changing, together with the way that people want to operate with DeFi and the protocols is really good. And it's really good to see using blockchain technology is best, immutable, transparent, sharing the data, that's what blockchain's built for. And you guys are doing, a really good job of that. So I wish you all the best. I look forward to speaking to you in a few months' time, and then we can give our viewers an update on where you are then. And hopefully the regulations are a bit clearer by then as well. But, we might be doing that in 10 years' time to get the regulations clear. So, brilliant. Thank you, Gintarė, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. It was nice to be here.